Welcome to Tag Park and Keith Harris Stadium on the campus of Carleton University. It's the 2023 U18 Women's National Football Championships. This game featuring Team Ontario Red, the home team, against Team Manitoba. Dan Mooney alongside Coach Ron Raymond. And Ron, this is probably going to be the best game of the four that we've seen today.
Yeah, if we go by the history of this tournament, looking back at last year on July 9th, Team Ontario played Manitoba, Team Manitoba in the third place game, and it was a 13-12 victory for Team Ontario. And you know what, Dan? We've been treated some really good football here today, and I think we got a really good one here between Team Ontario and Team Manitoba here at Keith Harris Stadium.
The officials for this one, the referee is Keith Walters from Ottawa. Stephen King, also from Ottawa, is the line umpire. The back umpire is Julia Long. Or make that Mark Lachance is a referee. Sorry, reading the wrong list, folks. Ken Jolie from Ottawa also. He's the line umpire. The back umpire, Laurie Tursky from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Pascal Beaulieu from Sherbrooke, Quebec is the line judge, and the deep judge is Andrew Lockery from St. John, New Brunswick. We are just about set to get underway, and we are. Loose ball into just a blank spot on the field, and perhaps a strategic move by Team Manitoba to start things off.
Yeah, very good strategy here from the Team Manitoba to go a bit of a moonshot kick here towards the ground to the open field. And you know what? With a lucky bounce, you can get a recovery, but Team Ontario, good job getting the ball and falling on it.
And good field position to start their first possession of this football game, their own 45-yard line. Isabelle Berube from École Secondaire Catholique Algonquin in Corbeil, Ontario, right near North Bay, and she completes her first throw of the afternoon into the hands of number 7, Francesca Fazzari, and that's good for a gain of 3 yards.
Yeah, talking to some of the coaches prior to this game, and they said keep an eye on the quarterback here for Team Ontario Red, Isabelle Berube. Really good arm, and I was looking at her in practice, and she was throwing 35, 40 yards, and she has no problems throwing on the run, tight spiral.
Berube in the shotgun. 6 on 6. Berube sets up the screen nicely and dishes that one off for number 45, Katie Wu. And Katie Wu into the secondary, and a pickup of about 18 on the play, and she's injured. Katie Wu slow getting back on her feet. The pickup is 18. No flags?
No, just a nice screenplay here for Team Ontario Red. And you saw Katie Wu just pick up the football, and then Team Manitoba just came in there and gang tackle, made a nice tackle, and hopefully Katie will be okay here and able to get up and continue.
There is a flag on the far side of the field. The referee's conferring right now to determine what that penalty will be. The pickup is 18 yards by Katie Wu, and we have to figure out and wait to determine whether or not they're going to allow that yardage to stand.
And for the people watching at home who've never seen 6-on-6 football before, well, we have 3 players on the line of scrimmage, and the middle player is the one who's ineligible to receive the football. So the 2 outside players on the line of scrimmage can get be recipient of the pass and play, and the sidelines. So when you're looking at the field, it's still 110 yards in length, but it's the top of the numbers and 13 yards between hashes from hash mark to sideline. So we do have a bit of a reduced field in the middle of the field.
It's a first down, but it's unnecessary roughness or against Team Ontario Red, so they'll move it back to their own 45 and start first down, 10 yards to go. There's Berube rolling to her right, dishes off, finds Fazzari, and Fazzari picks up 8 yards. It'll be 2nd and 2.
Yeah, nice execution here from Team Ontario Red. You saw Berube get the football, give a fake jet sweep, and rolling to her right was able to find Fazzari, who was just running basically a flat route, and she made a beautiful reception to catch that football
Down
from a
low.
low catch, and was able to pick up positive yardage here for Team Ontario Red.
Second down. 2 yards to go. Berube keeps it herself. She picks up 2.5, and that's enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, she called her number on that one, got underneath center. And you know, Dan, we were looking at the strategies of the offenses all day here. Some teams are in shotgun, a lot of teams get under center, and when it comes to the short yardage, we're seeing a lot of these teams from all over the provinces get under center and just basically following the blocking on the offensive line.
Berube under center, 6-on-6. They play between the numbers. Regulation 110-yard length field, and the option. Little pitch off. And the pickup will be 3 yards. That's number 18, Liana Longino.
You know what, Dan? Looking at this Manitoba defense, really great pursuit from the outside linebackers. You saw a few times when Team Ontario Red would do the jet sweep or a toss to the outside. Manitoba defense really getting to the ball early and doing a great job.
Berube in the shotgun. High snap, steps up, throws, puts it up, post pattern, incomplete. Intended for number 8, Tegan Roy, but good defensive coverage there from number 94, Haley Hebert of Saint Laurent, Manitoba.
Yeah, great throw by Isabelle Berube. Unfortunately, just came up a little bit short. It stayed in the air just a tad too long. She saw the receiver wide open, and you can see here on the replay, Berube gets into the shotgun, finds her receiver, and throws it 30 yards downfield, and just came up a bit short. Nice arm and good coverage by the Manitoba team.
Third down gamble for Team Ontario Red. Berube puts it up, and Tegan Roy had it in her hands and dropped it, and it'll be a ball lost on downs, and Team Manitoba will come out and get their offensive unit on the field.
Yeah, Team Ontario really not scared to really throw the ball deep here, especially on third down where the ball is on the Team Manitoba's 51-yard line. But unfortunately for Team Ontario, that ball was incomplete.
First down, 10 yards to go for Team Manitoba on their own 51-yard line. 23, Pearl Inglis is the quarterback. The give up the middle for Brooklyn Morcom, and she picks up a yard.
Yeah, Sterling Godu got in there. Nice tackle and limited the rush to 1 yard. And I want to thank the Nicole on the chat. We're going to do our best to fix the game clock. So people watching at home, we will look into this and hopefully we get this fixed.
And the give to Morcom once again. Lunging forward for a pickup of another yard. It'll be 3rd and 8
yeah, good
for
job,
Manitoba.
Great job by the Team Ontario Red defense, really stuffing the run here and forcing Team Manitoba in a very difficult 3rd and about 8 situation here, which normally we would think would be a punt situation. But we've seen a lot of third downs today, Dan, where the coordinators and head coaches rolling the dice and really going for it.
And the punting unit not out there for Manitoba right now. Pearl Inglis, the quarterback, in the shotgun. He's going to throw here, all kinds of motion along the line of scrimmage before the snap. So they'll nullify that. It'll be illegal procedure against Team Manitoba. They'll move the ball back 5 yards, and that may change a coaching decision here.
Dan, we talked about this in the first game of the day here today when it was Team Quebec against Team New Brunswick. Field position plays a major role, and if you're going to give Manitoba now has a third and about 13 yards to go. You don't make this, you're going to give Team Ontario Red the ball here on the 48-yard line, and it's all about field position.
Inglis. High snap, has to go back, picks it up on the one hop, then turns the corner. Inglis gets up. She's got the first down and more. Pearl Inglis finally brought down by number 53, Kellyanne Sterling Goju. But a big pickup of 16 yards for Pearl Inglis and a big first down for Team Manitoba.
Yeah. Really got a lucky bounce there on that snap to pick it up and then just scrambled to go get that first down. Great job here from the Team Manitoba quarterback, number 23, Pearl Inglis, doing a great job getting downfield and picking up that first down and giving Team Manitoba now a 1st and 10 at the Team Ontario 41-yard line.
Callie Dory, number 22, the injured Team Ontario Red player from Immaculata High School right here in Ottawa. There's another look at Pearl Inglis breaking tackles, staying inbounds, got close to the sideline there, but then cut back upfield, and then a great tackle by Kellyanne Sterling Goju.
And like Brookbar says in the chat, what a great recovery that is from a bobbled snap.
Yeah. Play is whistled in, 6:17 left to go in the opening quarter. Another high snap, and the give to Morcom. And guess who takes her down? Kellyanne Sterling Goju once again after a pickup of 2.
Yeah, good defense play there from Team Ontario. And Team Manitoba really sticking to this run game here in the early going of the first quarter with 5:51 left to go. And using a 2nd and 8 situation, we'll see if they're going to elect to try going through the air.
Another high snap. Inglis flips that one out for number 21, Nora Vaillant. And she cuts upfield, picks up a couple more yards. It'll be 3rd and 6 for Team Manitoba.
Yeah, quick toss to the strong side of the field. And 53, Kellyanne Sterling Godu, really throwing some really good tackling technique here in the early going, limiting the gain to about 4 yards.
On 3rd down, another gamble for Manitoba. Little pitch out for Vaillant once again. She's wrapped up there by Shelby Hubert. And it'll be the ball lost on downs for Team Manitoba. We're going to see Isabel Berube and the Team Ontario Red offense.
Yeah. You know, it's one of these things here, Dan, we've been seeing all day. In this tournament, you need balance on offense because quarterback's best friend is a run game, but you have to be able to throw the football to keep that defense just honest, keep them honest deep in the secondary, because if you continue running, those safeties are going to come down, and it's going to make it harder for the run game.
Here's Berube, takes the snap out of the shotgun, sets up. She's got some time. Now she's in trouble, forced out, and quickly wrapped up there by Elena Blahi from East St. Paul, Manitoba, and doing a great job of keeping Berube in front of her.
Yeah, we call that a cover sack, Dan, in football from a defense point of view. The defensive secondary for Team Manitoba did a great job covering the receivers, which forced Berube out of the pocket, and when she was looking downfield, she had no options except to maybe just try to run the ball, but great tackle there by this Team Manitoba defense, who's been really good here right out of the gate early.
1 yard gain, penalty decline against Team Ontario Red, and Team Manitoba going to put some pressure on them. Just a 2-person front. 4 in the backfield. Berube likes to throw, gets away from the rush, forced out of the pocket once again, cuts upfield, and is met once again by Blahy and a couple of other Manitoba tacklers, and it'll be third down, 6 yards to go for Ontario.
Yeah, that's two nice plays now from number 15, linebacker Elena Blahy from Eastside Eagles of Eastside St. Paul, Manitoba. And what a beautiful tackle for him that was to bring down Bidoubi.
Out there to kick. There's a bobbled reception, finally fallen on by Haley Hebert, and it'll be first down Manitoba.
And great awareness from Haley Hebert for falling on that football. You know, sometimes when the ball is Hebert, you can see here sometimes that players will try to walk around, try to pick up the football, not knowing that the pursuit is coming, and sometimes it could be a disaster, but she did a great job falling on the football right there.
No score in case you just joined us. 3:13 left to go in the opening quarter of this Team Manitoba versus Team Ontario Red, and a big defensive play there by Kalyan Sterling-Godou.
You know what, Dan? Number 53 for Team Ontario Red, Kalyan Sterling-Godou has been all over this Manitoba backfield early in the game, and right now somebody's down here for Team Manitoba.
It's number 62, Shayla Mohammed, an offensive lineman.
Yeah, you see that on the replay. Number 53, Kalyan Sterling-Godou, was just able to walk in almost barely untouched. The left guard for Team Manitoba reached out, but wasn't able to make the block on that play. And Kalyan Sterling-Godou, really a presence early.
Yeah, really making sure that everybody knows when she's on the field.
Oh, absolutely. And trust me, the quarterbacks know, the running backs know, everybody knows when 53 right now is on the field.
Two-person front for Team Ontario Red. Maya Bonner and Sterling-Godou. And again, Eden Gates gets the call and picks up a yard, but the Team Ontario front is making great penetration into the Team Manitoba
wreaking
backfield.
havoc right now.
Yeah.
That's what she's doing. She's wreaking havoc. And Team Manitoba is going to have to find a solution to find a way to keep number 53, Kalyan Sterling-Godou, from disrupting what they're trying to execute here on offense.
Pearl Inglis on third down, 14 yards to go. Another high snap. Inglis, the give to number 21, Nora Vaya, and she's taken down by number 4, Malenka Brassard, there to make the stop. And Team Ontario takes over with probably their best field position of the football game thus far.
Dan, how many times today have you heard me talking about the running backs running too high? And that's what happens when you run too high. If you don't get low, you're giving exposure to your whole upper body, and the defensive lineman just came in, was able to grab Jersey and bring him down. You have to find, once you get the contact, you got to get low.
Here's Berube rolling to her left, dumps that off into the hands of Francesca Fazzari, and she picks up 18 down to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, bit of a juggling act here for Francesca Fazzari, but she kept her eyes on the prize and got the football, and given Team Ontario their first real opportunity to get some points here this evening here at Tag Park.
First down, 10 yards to go from the Team Manitoba 21-yard line. Team Ontario moving the ball successfully. Isabel Berube mixing things up with running plays and throwing plays. That one up in the air, and it's good. It's good. Complete to number 8, Tegan Roy. And it's a 20-yard gain. And another first down, goal to go for Team Ontario Red.
Yeah, great job and execution here from Team Ontario Red. And you saw Birubé just stand there in the pocket and looking at her intended receiver. Sorry, I didn't get the number, Dan.
Tegan Roy, number 8.
What concentration she had to really stay with the football. Tegan Roy just concentrating and getting the football. Tegan Roy, number 8 from St. Mark's High School here in Greeley, and doing a great job giving Team Ontario Red an opportunity here to score on the 1 yard line.
Greeley, a community just south of the nation's capital. A burgeoning community as well. And Tegan Roy from St. Mark's, the injured player after taking a big hit, doing her best to take it into the end zone, just unable to do it. It'll be first and goal from the 2.
Yeah, and you know what? On that play right there, the free safety for Team Manitoba was tracking the football. I thought she had a chance for an interception, but the concentration on Tegan Roy was outstanding, and she was able to come down. That's your typical 50-50 ball right there.
And most teams are usually successful when they win the majority of those battles.
I know when you talk to offensive coordinators, they never want to hear the word 50-50. they like more 80-20.
Yeah, it doesn't always work out that way, does it? So Tegan Roy walking off under her own steam, which is always a good sign. But now Isabelle Berube and the Team Ontario Red offense 2 yards away from opening the scoring here with 40 seconds remaining in the opening quarter of a scoreless game.
Yeah, according to some of our chat, somebody's asking if Isabelle starts at quarterback for the U18 North Bay Bulldogs. I don't have that information.
And she's into the end zone for the touchdown, calls her own number, and Team Ontario Red up 6-0. With just 25 seconds left on the clock. And the extra point to come. And they're going to run it in for a single.
Wow. Yeah, a lot of the teams have been going for 2. And if, for the people watching at home, when you run it in or pass it in, it's 1 point. But if you kick it, it's 2.
Here's Berube, takes the snap, sets up in the end zone, and looking for number 21, Maya Thompson, but the ball sailed over her head, and it will remain 6-0, and that single point could come back later in the game.
Well, here's the thing, right? We got ourselves a really defensive battle going on here with 25 seconds left in the first quarter, 6-0, and yeah, you're right, Dan. These single points could come back and haunt you later on.
So Isabelle Berube gets Team Ontario Red on the board. A 2-yard touchdown run. And we've got our first really close game of this 4-game marathon that we've done here today here at Tag Park and Keith Harris Stadium on the campus of Carleton University in the nation's capital.
Yeah, we had a really good game here in the first game of the day between Team New Brunswick. Got close, about 10 points, but Team Quebec did a great job.
90-72.
You score
162 points.
Yeah, you score 72 and you lose the game.
Unbelievable. Here's the kick, and a good kick. Picked up there by Haley Hebert and taken down by Océane Lalonde from École Secondaire Catholique Embrun, Ontario, about 40 miles east of Ottawa.
I was talking to her head coach at École Secondaire d'Embrun before the game. He's a friend of mine, and he was telling me about Océane Lalonde, and she's a very physical player. And he asked her, he goes, how are you having fun? She goes, I want more physicality. And we saw an example of how physical she can get.
Indeed. First down, 10 yards to go for Team Manitoba. Pearl Inglis in at quarterback, and this, barring a penalty, will be the final play of the opening quarter. High snap. Inglis takes it herself, trying to get to the outside, turns the corner, dives forward for a pickup of 1 there to make the stop for Team Ontario Red. Number 22, Callie Dory.
Yeah, one thing, we've mentioned this a few times today in the broadcast today, Dan, the exchange from center to quarterback, if there's any timing or if it's not a really good snap, it throws the timing off of the play, and then it turns into a broken play, like we saw on this play right here.
Well, full marks to Pearl Inglis for at least getting some positive yardage. She only picked up a yard. It'll be second down and 9, but it could have been a lot worse than a loss of 5 or 6 yards.
Absolutely. And you know what? Both offensive line are doing a really good job. And I just see somebody mentioning in the chat, Chloe Winterton is having a great game here at center for Team Ontario. And I've been saying this all day. It all starts in the trenches because you get the linemen blocking right from at the point of attack. It really sets up the run game. And if you have a good run game, it sets up a great passing game. As we can see, Team Ontario Red really has a really good passing game.
Dan Mooney, Ron Raymond, and our entire crew so pleased to have you along for the ride here at the 2023 U18 Women's National Football Championships. Team Ontario Red leading 6-0 on a 2-yard touchdown run by quarterback Isabelle Berube. The only scoring in this game so far in our closest match of this day.
Yeah, no, it's been really good football here today, and you're right, Dan. This promises. And you look back to the history between these two teams, the early history. You go back to last year, Saturday, July 9th, a 13-12 victory for Team Ontario, and they're picking up where they left off.
Indeed, that's for sure. So Pearl Inglis and the Team Manitoba offense out there, second down, 9 yards to go to start this second quarter. Another high snap. The give to Eden Gates. Around the left side, Gates into the secondary. Breaking away, finally. Brought down by Callista Andrews after a pickup of 28 yards.
Yeah, much needed pickup here, Dan, like you just mentioned, for the Team Manitoba offense. You know, they really haven't penetrated into the Team Ontario defense, and now they finally entered the zone here on the 51-yard line, and now it looks promising maybe to end up with some points.
All kinds of great football this week here in the nation's capital with this U18 Women's National Championship. Games on Wednesday at TD Place, and we'll be back here next Saturday for the final day, and what an extravaganza that's going to be.
Oh, absolutely.
High snap. Inglis gives once again to Brooklyn Morcom. She plunges forward for a pickup of 2. It'll be second and 8.
Well, the game plan for Team Manitoba is pretty simple on offense. Run the football, and the offensive line doing a good job here in this series. And you know what, Dan, we've seen a lot of football here today in the 6v6 championship games. And the thing that you see differently from different defenses is the alignment on defense. Team Alberta, we saw today, kept one nose guard over the center with 3 linebackers. Here, Team Ontario Red are keeping 2 down linemen, and they're keeping 2 on each side. So really balancing the defense. Really interesting strategies here being used on 6v6.
Vera Mann, an offensive lineman for Team Manitoba, the injured ball player. She's actually from Thunder Bay in Ontario, but I guess it's so close to Manitoba that they're chosen to play with Team Manitoba.
Well, it's the difference from a 1 hour or 2 hour drive to a 12-hour drive.
Yeah. 12.
12, yeah.
Takes 3 days to get through Ontario. Here's the give once again to Eden Gates. Sidesteps one tackle, but is quickly wrapped up there by number 40, Maya Bonner.
Well, decision time here for Team Manitoba, Dan. You know, I don't think we've seen them punt yet here today. And field position, it's only 6-0, and this is going to be like a chess match for both these teams. You don't want to give the other opponent a short field to work with.
Two minutes gone here in the second quarter. Ontario leading by an unconverted touchdown. Inglis, another bad snap. Forced to improvise, takes off around the left end. Pearl Inglis still on her feet. She is going to score. A 48-yard ramble on a broken play by Pearl Inglis, and we're tied at 6.
What a great run by Pearl Inglis to pick up the bad snap and made something out of nothing. And what a great job for Pearl to find the end zone and putting Manitoba right back in this game here, 6-6.
A 48-yard scamper, and boy, that's turning nothing into something.
Yeah, something positive here for the offense on Team Manitoba, something to build off.
The kick is up and through, and Manitoba all of a sudden leads this one by a score of 8-6.
Yeah, and for people tuning in right now, anytime you kick the convert, it's worth 2 points, and if you pass it or rush it in, it's 1 point. So that's why you're seeing that Team Manitoba is now up 8-6.
Peyton Tursky came in to convert the touchdown, and now it's 8-6. How does Ontario respond?
Well, Team Ontario, they've shown balance on offense. From Bitterby can throw the ball. They have a decent running game. They just got to stay consistent. But the one thing, when you run the football, the damage you do in the early beginning of a football game really takes its toll in the third and fourth quarter. So by Team Manitoba really dedicating to the run, even though they didn't have much success in the first quarter, sticking to the run game, which led to this broken play tackle and getting Pearl English into the end zone.
Peyton Tursky converted the convert. Laurie Tursky is the back umpire for this game, and I'm told no relation. Both from Winnipeg. They could be related. So Team Ontario Red on the flank. Offense out there. Isabel Betterbay coming off the bench after getting some last-second instructions from head coach Mark Ouellette. Betterbay in the shotgun. Fake. Gives it up the middle, and a great hit there as number 18, Leanna Langino, took it and picked up. Picks up 2.
Yeah.
It'll be 2nd and 8.
This Team Manitoba defense is really impressive and aggressive. They really get to the ball carrier. And you see here on this play, you had a fake jet sweep, but then you gave on the other jet sweep, and then you saw the Team Manitoba defense just come in here, team tackle, and did a good job limiting the gain to about 1 yard.
Elena Blahy shaken up on the play after being partially involved in that collision. Second down. Long 8 from their own 36-yard line. Team Ontario Red trying to get something going now, trailing for the first time in this ball game after Manitoba scored the touchdown and converted it. Berube filters that one out to the sideline and completes that pass to Tegan Roy, who's back into the ball game. And the pickup is 6. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Again, I'm really impressed with this Team Manitoba defense. Watch Cassidy McPherson just come in here and finish the tackle and leaving Team Ontario Red with a 3rd and 4 situation. Giving head coach Mark Willett something to think about here, because if you don't make this first down, you're going to turn over the ball on downs and give Team Manitoba the ball in the 42, and it looks like he's electing to punt the ball.
There's the kick. End over end, and it takes a Team Ontario bounce, forcing Eden Gates all the way back to her own 26-yard line. Gets out to the outside, and there's a flag down. This could come back. What a great run by Eden Gates, but it looks like it might be coming back from an illegal block.
Yeah, the one thing as a coach we always tell our players on special teams, if you don't see the opponent's eyes, you don't touch him or her. And in this situation, if you don't, because as soon as you don't, you can't. That means if you don't see the eyes, you're not in position to make the tackle.
Referee Marc Lachance indicating that it was indeed an illegal block on the return, and that will bring the ball all the way back to the 16-yard line. And that's where Team Manitoba will scrimmage 1st and 10.
Yeah, if you're Team Ontario, you like this decision of punting the football, because now you just flip the field, and now you're forcing Team Manitoba to go practically about 80-some yards, 85 or so, to go score any points. And you see here on the replay, I didn't really catch, nice stiff arm right there from Eden Gates to get a few more yards. But now Team Manitoba really deep in their end.
Good crowd on hand for this one between these two teams. All kinds of Eden Gates taken down, and a good tandem tackle there from number 53, Kellyanne Sterling Godju, and Malenka Brassard, number 4 for Team Ontario Red.
Yeah, really impressed with number 53 right now, Kellyanne Sterling Godju. She is disrupting, and she her motor never quits. Like that, she's a defensive lineman, and she came 3-4 yards upfield to make the tackle. So really good job here from Sterling Godju.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Inglis gives to Eden Gates once again, and she's wrapped up immediately by Callista Andrews from Sydenham High School in Sydenham, Ontario, just beyond, well, in the Kingston, Ontario area.
And, you know, interesting situation again here for Team Ontario. I don't think they've elected to punt once today. And now Team Manitoba, they got the ball here on their own, 18-yard line?
Yep.
Let's see what the Team Manitoba elects to do right here.
Inglis setting up, throws it to the outside. It's incomplete. Intended for Brooklyn Morecambe out of the backfield, and that's a turnover. Team Ontario Red will get great field position to begin this drive on the Manitoba 18-yard line.
You know, I know when you're talking coaching philosophy, some coaches don't believe in punting, but I think in a situation like this, when the ball's on your 18-yard line, and now you just turn the ball over on downs, and you're giving Team Ontario a great field position. So I'm trying to understand what the philosophy here is from the head coach, Alexa St. Jean.
6:09 remaining here in the opening half. Team Manitoba leading 8-6. Isabelle Berube out of the shotgun, sets up, looking into the end zone. Touchdown, Tegan Roy. An 18-yard touchdown pass, and Team Ontario leads this one 12-8 with the convert pending.
Yeah, great job here by Team Ontario Red. Berube just sitting in the pocket, and you had two receivers to the right side of the field, and number 21, Nora Vaillant, on the inside. And you can see she went to the outside. And number 8 for Team Ontario Red, that was Tegan Roy with the reception. And she almost had a reception here on the 1-yard line in the first quarter. And
she got down to the 2.
Exactly, so she got her touchdown right here.
To set up the first Ontario touchdown, gets the second, and Team Ontario with a 4-point advantage looking for a single point on the conversion. It goes through the hands of Maya Thompson, and it will go for naught. So a 4-point lead with 5:49 left in the opening half. These two teams, perhaps the most evenly matched teams that we've seen all day, and they're putting on a great show.
Oh, absolutely. This has been a great day. And Team Manitoba, when you look at their identity, obviously it's their defense. Very aggressive on defense. I love what they're doing. They got a good running game. It seems that the passing game is, I don't think they have much of a passing game because it's been, I think, 100% run game today. And then when you look at Team Ontario, more balance when it comes to running and passing the football. And the defense with number 53, Kayleigh Sterling Godou, just wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Team Manitoba has completed just one pass for 2 yards so far in this football game.
Yeah, they're going to have to find a way to get more the passing game included.
Another good kick taken by Eden Gates. Gates gets to the sideline and is finally taken out of bounds at the 48-yard line. That's where Team Manitoba will scrimmage. First down, 10 yards to go.
Yeah, good kickoff return here from Team Manitoba, giving their offense pretty decent field position here with 5:42 left in the second quarter. And again, we'll see what the Team Manitoba coaching staff has in store for this series.
Time ticking down here in the first half. Pearl Inglis started at quarterback, still in there. And like Coach Ron Raymond just said, important that Manitoba sort of mix things up a little bit. And they give to Eden Gates, gets to the line of scrimmage and a pickup of maybe 2 yards.
But I appreciate the dedication to the run because when you could, I've said this a couple of times on the broadcast today, Dan. You throw to score, you run to win, and right now Team Manitoba showing that still trying to establish the run game here and doing a pretty good job.
Taryn Coleman there to make the stop for Team Ontario Red after a pickup of 1 by Eden Gates. Out of the shotgun once again, Gates gets the call, looking to go left side, and guess who is there? Kayleigh Sterling Godou once again there to make the tackle for Team Ontario.
If you watch on this run, Eden Gates went to the middle. She made a hesitation step. If she was just committed to her straight downhill running, I think she would have had more positive yardage. But when she hesitated, I think she lost a few yardage there. Sometimes your first instinct's the best one. And I think if she would have kept her first instinct, I think she would have got more yardage on that play.
Another third down play for Team Manitoba, and they refuse to punt. The give once again. Eden Gates into the secondary, and a big gain for Eden Gates. 14 yards and a first down.
Yeah, you got to, you know what, I know we've been talking about the running game, and if you're talking about the running game, you have to give credit to the offensive line here for Team Manitoba. Number 59 for Team Manitoba, Addison Tursky, doing a really good job there on the right side of the offensive line. In fact, I believe she's the right tackle right here, the right guard, and doing a really good job here for Team Manitoba on the O-line.
The give to Brooklyn Morcom, and she gets beyond the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, second down Manitoba.
Also, you're looking at Shayla Mohammed, also number 62, playing offensive line here for Team Manitoba. Number 59, Addison Tursky.
Ball position right at the 40-yard line. 2nd and 6. Inglis takes the snap, the give to Morecambe again. Morecambe takes it to around the 35-yard line. They'll be about 1.5 yards shy of the first down. Actually, 2.5 short, but that has not phased Team Manitoba so far in this one.
Absolutely not. And the other offensive lineman I want to get in there, Dan, was Kat Terry in the center, doing a good job getting the ball to the quarterback. But again, the Team Manitoba committed to running the football and doing a really good job on this drive.
Pearl Inglis in under center this time. She'll try and push forward. There's illegal procedure. No flags. Inglis took it herself, and she's got the first down. Pick up a 4.
And we just talked about the Team Manitoba offensive line, and they're the ones who made a great push on that play right there to give Team Manitoba a first down. So good job to the O-line here for Team Manitoba.
Movement in the backfield. First down, Team Manitoba at the Team Ontario Red 32-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Inglis sets up, throws in and out of the hands of number 59, Addison Tursky. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd down, 10 yards to go. And, you know, you got to give the coaching staff on Team Manitoba a little bit of credit. They're starting to mix things up a little bit now, but now Pearl Inglis has to get some cooperation from her receivers.
Well, that's just it. If you keep running the ball, you're going to tire your running backs. And if people at home wondering why they're throwing the ball to Addison Tursky, who's playing the offensive line, it's the person who's in the middle is the ineligible receiver to get the football.
The give to Morecambe to the line of scrimmage, no further. Great open field tackle there by Shelby Hubert. And it's 3rd and 10, 1:39 and ticking away, left to go here in the opening half.
Yeah, good job there on the replay by the Team Ontario Red defense. Number 32, Shelby Hubert.
Here's Inglis trying to get around the corner, and Kellyanne Sterling Gadoo again makes a big defensive play. Team Ontario gets the ball back with 1:15 left to go in the half.
Yeah, you know, Dan, we mentioned her name all evening here, Kellyanne Sterling Gadoo. Team Manitoba's got to find a way to contain her. If they, especially on a 3rd down situation, she just went in there and she blew up the play. Now turnover on downs. Team Ontario Red getting the ball here at the 36-yard line.
Isabelle Berube started the game at quarterback, gone all the way, sets that up, and completes that pass to number 21, Maya Thompson. And the pickup is about 3 yards. There to make the tackle for Team Manitoba, number 25, Isabel Campbell.
Yeah, nice 10-yard out pattern here by Team Red Ontario. And you saw Isabelle Berube just sit there in the pocket and hit her receiver.
57 yards in passing so far for Team Ontario Red. And a few more along the ground.
No, Team Ontario Red, very balanced when it comes to their offense. They're able to throw the ball effectively and also be able to run the ball. And we see here in the replay, nice throw here to number 21, Maya Thompson, for the completion.
Right out of the backfield. Didn't result in a big pickup, but it's still positive yardage. Berube out of the shotgun, rolls to her right. She'll take off. Got some room to the sideline. Gets the first down and gets out of bounds. stopping the clock with 1:03 left to go.
I was watching the Team Manitoba defense on that play. They only rushed 2, and then they had 6 in coverage. And with 3 offensive linemen, you're going to +1 somebody on the offensive line. And Isabelle Bidoubi saw she had the numbers advantage, took it to the right side, and got some positive yardage.
She's from Corbeil, Ontario, just outside of North Bay. Interestingly, Tegan Roy has it and drops it. Getting back to Corbeil, Ontario, the home of the Dion quintuplets.
Oh, you learn something new every day here. What a beautiful throw here by Isabelle Bidoubi. And we see that Tegan Roy is one of her favorite receivers. She's gone to her a few times here today, unfortunately.
And that might have gone for a touchdown.
Absolutely. But again, you know, the Manitoba secondary right there. But Tegan Roy was able to get a few steps here on her defender.
Bidoubi takes the snap and takes off. She'll have another first down, gets out of bounds. 53 seconds left to go. And this is excellent clock management by Team Ontario Red.
Oh, absolutely. A great job here. And you know what? I didn't know that Isabelle Bidoubi had great awareness to run the football, seeing that she has the advantage in numbers, and she's had some good speed to get to the outside. And like you said, Dan, great awareness to get out of the bounds to stop the time.
Injured Team Manitoba player on the field. And a great opportunity for everybody just to take stock of this situation, both offensively and defensively. A touchdown before the end of the half would make a huge difference going into the break.
Well, you see it all the time, right? When you're watching football, when you get in a situation here in the last minute of play, do you come with pressure or do you go and prevent defense? That's one of the biggest things defense coordinators are always trying to, do in the last minute of a game, and which one has more effectiveness. And the thing is, when you're rushing, you're exposing yourself to maybe a longer pass getting complete. But when you're playing prevent defense, you got to be careful of the running game, especially with a running quarterback like Bidoubi.
Well, Bidoubi is a triple threat. Good clock management as a quarterback. She can throw, and great ability to get out of the pocket and make positive yardage.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it's gonna create an interesting halftime for both these coaches and the offense coordinators, defense coordinators, because the one thing in a very tight game like this, it all comes down to which team makes the best adjustments at halftime to win this football game. If I'm Manitoba going into the halftime, we got to find more of a vertical game in the passing game. And for Team Ontario, the running game has been there, but it's been there in this drive with Bidoubi running the ball more. But we need more from the running backs in Team Ontario Red to balance it off.
I'm not sure who the injured player is. We can't get a number from this vantage point. It looks like it might be one of the offensive linemen. Maybe Vera Mann, number 58. Or number 47, Peyton Tursky.
So if
and
we look
they're
at
working on a right knee.
If we look at today's action, Dan, in game number 1, we had a shootout between Team New Brunswick and Quebec. Quebec came out on top, scoring 90 points in that game against New Brunswick. Alberta, Saskatchewan, more of a defensive struggle at the beginning, but Team Alberta, the defending gold champions, really flexed their muscle late in the second quarter and never looked back. And that defense for Team Alberta looked fantastic today.
They did.
The National Indigenous team did played against Ontario Black, and this is their first time here at the tournament, and a lot of courage, played their hearts out. Unfortunately, came out on the losing end of that game, and right now, Team Ontario Red up 12-8 against Manitoba, and really a really good football game.
It certainly has been, and you're going to try and get the player up. Right leg is down, so it looks as if they are looking at her right knee, and they're talking to referee Marc Lachance right now, and they don't want to. They want to make sure that this kid is going to be okay. Can you see a number there?
No, 47. It looks like number 47.
So it is Peyton Tursky. And they're really doing the right thing by taking their time. And I'm just curious as to whether or not the officials will take stock of the situation and maybe take the halftime break now.
Yeah, this again, it all depends if what kind of medical assistant is much more needed here.
53 seconds remaining on the clock here in the first half. Team Ontario Red leading 12-8, and this stoppage in play has certainly taken away the momentum that that Team Ontario Red had been building on this particular drive. And there's one player on Team Ontario wearing number 1. Her name is Georgiana Maggio. And, wow, we heard a story from a couple of our visiting officials, Murray and Al, telling us that Georgiana's dad is Jason Maggio, an official that did the CFL game in Vancouver last night, took the red eye. They live in Burlington, took the red eye, drove home, picked up his wife, came directly here to see their daughter play, and is taken off immediately following this game to go back to Burlington. What a day for Jason Maggio.
Wow.
They're going to take the halftime break now, and we'll make sure that we rejoin this one for the final 53 seconds of the half when we resume once again. It's 12-8, Team Ontario Red leading with 53 seconds left to go in the opening half. We're going to take a break and be back with the second half. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back to the 2023 U18 Women's National Football Championship in about 10 minutes' time.
OK Tire Store, you'll find a local owner who lives in your community, proudly offering full auto service. And when you shop with us, you're shopping local. OK Tire. Service, repair, and tires. It's going to be okay.
So, you want to play flag football? Let's get started. You will receive 2 flags and a football. Your team has the ball, which means you're on offense. Your job is to get the ball into the opponent's end zone to score points, which is called a touchdown. The offense starts with the ball in their own end. From there, they will have 3 chances to cross the midfield line to earn a first down. This will give another 3 chances to reach the end zone. If the defense prevents the offense from scoring by intercepting a pass or making the offense run out of downs, the ball will be turned over and they will now get a chance to score a touchdown. For information, as well as where to sign up and begin playing, visit footballcanada.com/flagfootball.
Football excitement continues, and at OK Tire, we've teamed up with the CFL to bring you all the action, celebrating and supporting communities across Canada while cheering on our local teams. OK Tire, proud partner and fan of the CFL.
Parents, are you looking to get your kids involved in a fun, low-cost sport that they will love? Flag football is one of the fastest growing sports in North America for good reason. This non-contact, team-oriented sport develops fundamental movement and social skills, all while building lifelong friendships. It's never too late to start. Visit footballcanada.com/flagfootball and see how you can get involved.
What does it take to become elite? It takes more than dedication, focus, and hard work. It takes an elite-level training program. Customized, sport-specific, online. Your perfect workout every time. That's Volt Athletics.
Having GameStrat for us has been game-changing, truly. Coach high school football now for 22 years. Having that instant replay, the opportunity to show players the mistakes they're making, the things they're doing right, is a world of difference of having to wait until Saturday morning or Monday afternoon to make the corrections. It's an opportunity for them to visually see what they're doing, at least attempt to make the corrections there on the spot.
When we switched over from our previous sideline system, the thing that we noticed was, number one, how easy it was. You don't have to be a computer expert in order to work it. The concerns I had were just reliability. If you have it, you pay the money for it, and you invest the time in it, and have people there do it, you want it to work.
With a lot of companies, they'll tell you what they're going to be able to do, and we've had that in the past where they sell you the product, they give you a nice big promise, but they can't really follow through on it and just a lot of times we don't need to call because it's so easy to set up, and that's been pretty helpful.
For our end, just makes it easy because it's reliable.
To have that opportunity to go directly from the sideline to the end zone is tremendous. Literally just a touch of the screen gets you from the sideline view to the end zone view. It's as easy as texting on your phone or just scrolling through social media.
GameStrat has completely lived up and gone beyond my expectations.
Out of doubt, I wouldn't hesitate to suggest switching over to GameStrat. The product is awesome. It's everything that and more that it's billed as, and it's effortless to set up and to use, and simple process. And really, what are we doing it for? We're doing it to give our players an opportunity to win games, and we feel that by using GameStrat, we have every opportunity each week.
I don't want to coach a game without it. If there was another coach that was looking at using a product similar to GameStrat, if we were playing them, I would say use a different product. The customer service is head and shoulders above the rest. Reach out to them. You'll regret it if you don't.
At every OK Tire store, you'll find a local owner who lives in your community, proudly offering full auto service. And when you shop with us, you're shopping local. OK Tire. Service, repair, and tires. It's going to be okay.
So, you want to play flag football? Let's get started. You will receive 2 flags and a football. Your team has the ball, which means you're on offense. Your job is to get the ball into the opponent's end zone to score points, which is called a touchdown. The offense starts with the ball in their own end. From there, they will have 3 chances to cross the midfield line to earn a first down. This will give another 3 chances to reach the end zone. If the defense prevents the offense from scoring by intercepting a pass or making the offense run out of downs, the ball will be turned over and they will now get a chance to score a touchdown. For information, as well as where to sign up and begin playing, visit footballcanada.com/flagfootball.
Welcome back to Tag Park and Keith Harris Stadium for the final 53 seconds of this really great game between Team Ontario Red, who lead Team Manitoba by a score of 12-8. Dan Mooney, Ron Raymond, and our entire crew. So pleased to have you on board for this one. A quick little hit there to Maya Thompson, and Thompson picks up about a yard. And penalty, it'll be second down. Timeout called. Not sure if it's an official timeout.
You know, one thing, Dan, we talked about this all day in the broadcast. This team, Manitoba defense, they really get after the ball carrier here today, and they're doing a really great job of rallying to the ball carrier. And the team tackling is absolutely phenomenal.
Berube setting up, looking downfield for Tegan Roy. She's got it at the 30 and finally brought down. Tegan Roy, a 22-yard gain.
You know, Dan, what was really impressive with that pattern right there was like a crossing route to Tegan Roy, and the free safety for Team Manitoba was really out of position. She didn't have the leverage. She could have caused a pass interference, but really good job here by Team Ontario with 31 seconds left.
Here's Berube, puts that one up, and it's almost picked off. Knocked down by number 81, U18. Goes incomplete. That stops the clock and gives Team Ontario Red another opportunity to get in the end zone before the end of this half.
Yeah, those are called missed opportunities when you look back in the game. And let's hope for Team Manitoba that's not a missed opportunity that hurts them.
The ball at the Team Manitoba 28-yard line. Isabel Berube in the shotgun. Tegan Roy in motion. Here's Berube setting up, looking into the end zone for Roy. Touchdown! A 28-yard strike with 19 seconds left in the first half.
You know, Dan, we just talked about missed opportunities, and that's what happens on a situation just like that. The play prior to that, it would have been an interception. This would have never happened. And you give the Team Ontario Red that other opportunity now to go right back to the well on a deep pass. And what a great job in concentration from number 8 for Team Ontario Red, Tegan Roy. Great pass from Isabelle Berube. And now Team Ontario right back with a strong commanding lead.
18-8. Team Ontario has not opted to kick on conversion attempts, and they're going to go for the single point again. Berube puts that one in the air, and it's complete to Maya Thompson, but not in the end zone, so the convert goes for naught once again. But now Team Ontario Red leading by 10 with 19 seconds left in this first half.
You know, we talked about it all day, Dan, the identity of football teams here at the tournament. And when it's all said and done, you think about Team Ontario, that passing game, that vertical passing game, and the deep threat is really something that we've seen a couple times here today with quarterbacks having some deep threat. Team Ontario really have a good deep threat in their vertical passing game.
And a quarterback that's able to throw provides your offense with so much more flexibility.
Keeps the defense honest, that's for sure.
Leanna Langino. And that kick out of bounds. And Team Manitoba will have 19 seconds to work with before the second half begins. An injury to Peyton Tursky with 53 seconds left. And they did the right thing by taking the halftime break and allowing the folks to look after Peyton Tursky. It looked like a bad knee. She had to be carried off the field. And we certainly hope that she's okay.
Now with 19 seconds left to go, if you're Team Manitoba, you've really got about maybe 2, if you're lucky, 3 plays to go and get some points.
High snap, nice catch by Pearl Inglis, and now she's forced to take off, wrapped up inbounds. And 53, Kellyanne Sterling Godju, once again, there to make the defensive stop. What, she got 8 tackles so far in this one?
Oh, absolutely. She's absolutely having a great game. And again, Team Manitoba, the inconsistency with the snaps hurting them just a bit here on some of these exchanges. And that's something that really at halftime got to really try to fix.
Inglis did a great job of tracking that one down and bringing it down with one hand.
Absolutely, because if that gets over her head, then anything can happen. It's a free-for-all, especially with number 53, Kellyanne Sterling-Gaudu, coming in the backfield. She's been, like we said, wreaking havoc all afternoon or all evening here in the Manitoba backfield.
There's Inglis sort of running for as much free space as she could possibly see, but Kellyanne Sterling-Gaudu from École Secondaire Catholique d'Embrun. And there's another high snap, one bounce, and Manitoba able to fall on it. That's Brooklyn Morcom with the heads-up play.
Where's my crystal ball? We just talked about this, right?
Yep.
This is something you really have to get control of, because you won't be able to execute plays if you can't get the snap from center.
Farah Mann comes off. Shayla Mohammed back on the field on the offensive line for Team Manitoba, and barring a penalty, this will be the final play of the first half. Inglis setting up, throwing over the middle, incomplete, intended for number 59, Addison Tursky, and that is the end of the opening half with Team Ontario ahead by 10 points. They lead 18-8.
Yeah, going in the second half, Dan, we know what Team Manitoba is all about. They're running the football. They live and die with the run. Team Ontario Red really balanced on offense. They can throw it, they can run it. Special teams has been somewhat effective, and you know what? 18-8 speaks exactly the story of what we're seeing here develop.
So we took our break, and now they'll just get the captains together, kick the ball off, and start this second half.
And here we go. All hands on deck.
And what a football game this has been. This has been by far the best game of the four that we've been involved in today.
Absolutely. And the last game of the day is this one here between Team Ontario Red and Manitoba. And then we start again on Wednesday, July 26th. The first game, the Cummins Division, will be at Ottawa U at 9:30 a.m. And then at 2:30 we start at TD Place. That'll be a big thrill for these players to play in the CFL football stadium. And how many times you get a chance to play in the CFL football stadium? So
remember,
really,
it was a big deal when
absolutely.
we were kids.
Yeah. Oh, you remember sitting in the end zones at the old Lansdowne Park?
I do.
Hey?
The East End Zone, we got our first season ticket, 1972. And as an 11-year-old kid, to have a season ticket to the Ottawa Rough Riders in those days was something else. And it was through the Royal Bank in a program called Leo's Leaders, and it was $5 for a season ticket.
Wow. I remember I had a paper route, and every Thursday you had to go collect and give your money to your truck driver, and then every time on a Thursday they would give us tickets to the Ottawa Rough Rider games, and it was one of the best experiences of my life as a young lad. A paper route, that's how far we go back, Dan.
I was your paper boy.
Yeah, exactly. You were my paper boy.
Here we are underway once again. Eden Gates takes it up the right-hand side, and she's brought down by Oceane Lalonde once again. And it'll be first down, 10 yards to go for Team Manitoba to start this second half, and they'll begin at their own 41-yard line.
All right, so here we go, second half, Dan. We talked about Team Manitoba, live and die by the run. 90% of their plays are run-based. So, and the quarterback for Team Manitoba, Pearl Inglis, doing a good job also running the football. So like you said, she is a double threat and a good running game here with Eden Gates. So we'll see here exactly what Team Manitoba does out of the gate.
Eden Gates, 7 carries for 44 yards. Pearl Inglis, 4 carries for 69 yards and a touchdown. Gates has it once again, runs into her own blockers, and Team Ontario holds her up. And that will be a loss of a couple. It'll be 2nd and 12.
No, great job by the Gates by securing the football because she tried to exchange it in their hands. I've seen that a couple times today where the running backs will go through the line of scrimmage and start moving the ball to the other hand, which you really got to wait until you get to the third level before you start doing that. But here we go, 2nd down in about 12.
Inglis, the lefty, has Eden Gates as the lone setback. Morecambe in motion. Here's Morecambe. Gets that pass, the toss, and she's wrapped up quickly by Shelby Hubert. And it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, great job by Team Ontario Red to sniff that out. And now Team Manitoba, which really I think they punted once all game, and they're back into another 3rd and 9 situation. And really, the thing I'm questioning is that if you don't make this first down, you're giving Team Ontario Red with that vertical deep threat the ball on the 42-yard line.
Inglis in the shotgun. She's going to throw. The lefty throws that one out. It's complete to Gates. She breaks a tackle, has the first down, and more. A pickup of 17 yards by Eden Gates.
And you know what, Dan? By completing that pass, not only gives the offense confidence, it also gives the play callers confidence knowing you can throw the football. You can, on 3rd down, take the risk of throwing the ball. You got to find balance. And you know what? Team Manitoba, great job there on the pass and catch play by Eden Gates. And look at that. Great job by securing the football there at the end and picking up the first down. So good job, Team Manitoba, on picking up the first down right there.
She picked up the first down and lost a shoe on the same play.
That's pretty tough to do. And right there, Team Ontario Red, instead of going for the tackle, went for the strip. And unfortunately, weren't able to strip the football. And next thing you know, the Team Manitoba's got a first down. That sometimes it drives me nuts as a coach, is that you're on 3rd down situation and you're going for the ball instead of, if they're going to catch it, just wrap up. And it's, first down going the other way. But if you're a Team Manitoba fan right now, you're pretty happy you got the first down.
Eden Gates' first catch of the ball game for 17 yards, but more importantly, that big first down keeps the Manitoba offense on the field. Pearl Inglis in the shotgun. Gates the lone back. Morecambe again takes the pitch, heads up the middle of the field, and
Guess
wrapped
who?
up there by
Guess
Kellyanne
who?
Sterling Godou once again.
Absolutely having an outstanding game here for Team Ontario Red. The defensive lineman for Team Ontario Red, Kellyanne Sterling Godou, 5'10", 165 pounds from École Secondaire Catholique Embrun, and really having a great game today.
Inglis in the shotgun, high snap, the give to Gates. Gates wrapped up almost immediately by Shelby Hubert once again.
What happened on that play, Dan? There was a hesitation in the exchange, which caused a bit of a delay and allowed the defensive lineman to penetrate and come for the tackle. Once you do that mesh exchange, it has to be clean and quick. And you see here on the replay, a bit of an exchange wait delay, and there's Gladue again. Sterling Gladue just coming in. Been in the backfield the whole day.
On 3rd down, the give to a high tackle there. No flag. Sterling Gladue once again there to make the stop, and Manitoba will give up the ball on downs.
Yeah, good exchange there, but unfortunately, the defense for Team Ontario Red quickly in the backfield.
So Team Ontario Red gets the ball back at the Team Manitoba 51-yard line. Time ticking down here in the 3rd quarter. 8 and change remaining. Isabel Bedau. Or Berube, excuse me. Berube rolls to her right, dumps that off, and it's complete to number 16. That's Jessica Knight. Jessica Knight picks up another big first down for Team Ontario Red.
You know what's really impressive with that play, Dan? One of the easiest throws to make as a quarterback to receiver is the static throws. That was on the run, where you had your receiver coming down the line on a horizontal route, and you have your quarterback rolling out to her right, and to find and make that throw, absolutely pure talent skills there for Team Ontario Red.
Berube setting up, throws over the middle, off the hands of the intended target, Francesca Fazzari, behind her.
Yeah, that was the play before when the horizontal route, but I agree.
Fazzari behind the coverage.
Yeah, and you know what? She almost stopped the football to catch it again, but unfortunately it didn't work out that way.
Second down. Team Ontario Red. Berube picks it up again, looking downfield for Fazzari, and the coverage provided there by Isabel Campbell. And Fazzari looks to the officials for what she thought should have been a pass interference call, but nothing forthcoming, and Team Ontario Red looking at 3rd and 10.
I'm an offensive coach, and I know everybody's always looking for the flag. I thought that was pretty good coverage on the defense from Team Manitoba, and a good no call right there. I believe that was number 25, Isabel Campbell, who was there on the coverage, and I thought it was really good coverage there on Team Manitoba, and the officials really making a good non-decision right there, non-call. I thought that was really nice defensive play.
Berube in at quarterback. Shotgun. Looking for Tegan Roy, and she's bumped, and there is an interference call. It'll be first down for Team Ontario Red as Mary Grace Aluwadare got in the way of Tegan Roy and was called immediately. The flags flew.
I can't give him that one. I can't give him that one. No, that was pass interference. But you know what? Isabelle Berube with she really stared down her opponent on that. We all knew she was going right there. The one thing for young quarterbacks out there, if you know you're going to throw a vertical game and the free safety's in the middle of the field, look off that free safety to come back to your intended receiver. So this way you're not directing the free safety right to your intended receiver.
So first down, 10 yards to go from the Team Manitoba 19. Berube sidesteps the rush, takes off to the right-hand side, and is forced out of bounds by number 15, Elena Blahi.
Yeah, great instincts there by Isabelle Berube, knowing that nothing was open, and tucked the ball and run, and was able to pick up a couple of yards, made something out of nothing, and now Team Ontario with a 2nd and 7 situation.
From the Manitoba 16. Team Ontario Red leading 18-8, looking to get more points on the board here on 2nd and 7. In under center, Berube dishes that off for Maya Thompson, and Thompson pushes forward for another 6. It'll be 3rd down.
I'm a big fan of being under center on a power run game because it allows your running back downhill speed to start instead of waiting and delaying for the snap to get to the quarterback. I just love it when quarterbacks get under center to run the football.
Berube under center once again, takes it herself, spins away from a tackle, and she rolls forward for the first down. Number 25, Isabel Campbell, there to make the stop for Manitoba, but not before Berube got enough yardage. It's now 1st and goal from the 8-yard line.
Yeah, Isabel Campbell from Glendale Falcons. Good thing she was there, because if she didn't wrap up, I think Bitterby would have been in the end zone.
Team Ontario moving the ball effectively here all game long. And Bitterby gets under center once again. Watch for Maya Thompson, number 21 in the backfield, to get the football. There it is. Thompson takes it. Keeps the legs going, falls forward for a pickup of 4. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Now, I like the play calling here from Team Ontario Red, mixing it up a bit, going from shotgun and now with the power run game with Isabelle Bitterby under center. And, number 21, Maya Thompson, really running with vengeance.
Bitterby under center once again. The fake to Thompson, going around the end. Bitterby's in the end zone for the touchdown. No, they're marking her down at the 2.
Yeah.
3rd down and goal. They ruled that she stepped out of bounds.
Stepped out of bounds.
At the 2.
Okay. We see here on the replay, it was a fake inside run to the left side of the offensive line, and there goes Bitterby. And right there, good call by the official. Number 48 of the officials made a great call, and she was out at the 1-yard line.
They got her spotted at the 2.
And that's tough for that referee to see that with no lines. You know what I mean?
And a timeout called by Team Ontario Red. Here's another look.
Right into your living room, right there. Yeah, she had the nose for the end zone. Unfortunately, stepped out of bounds before she extended the football.
Well, with this narrowed field, playing inside the numbers, it's not as obvious as having a sideline painted line.
I was talking to one of my coach's friend that between games, and he said, what if they allowed the sideline to be the sideline and go to the other hash mark? But who knows? There must be a reason why they don't do that.
So it will be 3rd down. Team Ontario Red, head coach Mark Willett out there, certainly in conference with the offensive unit as they get back out there. And number 56, Chloe Winterton, the center, gets set as Isabelle Bitterby gets in under center. Maya Thompson in the backfield. Bitterby takes it herself and takes it into the end zone for the touchdown. 24-8, 3:21 left to go here in quarter number 3, and Team Ontario with a significant lead right now.
Yeah, if you're Team Manitoba, that one hurts, because now with a 24-8 lead, and really on offense, your whole offense is based about the power run game. And you're only getting like 10 yards, 5, 7, 8 yards, 10 yards a pop. It's going to make it really tough for Team Manitoba to claw right back into this one.
Again, Team Ontario Red going for the single point, and Thompson held up at the 1. It'll go for naught. So 3 major scores by... Actually, that's 4 major scores by Team Ontario, and they have yet to convert one.
Yeah. No, it's interesting. I don't know why obviously we know they don't have a kicker, but if you're going into a term like this and points are crucial on the point after, especially when they're awarding 2 points for a convert, that's something. But again, a lot of these teams are getting together from the team trials, the invitationals, so they don't really have a lot of practice time. But that's something when you're doing your trials that you really need to focus on maybe later on in other tournaments.
Shayla Mohammed shaken up, favoring her right leg. On the sidelines. now on the Manitoba bench. And Team Manitoba with 3:21 left to go. They still have a lot of time left in this ball game, but if they're not careful, it could run out. Another great kick. Eden Gates picks it up at her own 25. Gates gets to the outside, and an illegal block there by Brooklyn Morecambe, and they're going to move it back.
Yeah, by running the football, you're eating a lot of time. So because when you're throwing the ball and it's an incomplete, you're stopping the time. But when you continue running the football, the time just keeps going.
It's first down, Team Manitoba. They move the ball back to the 28-yard line. That's where they'll start first down, 10 yards to go.
Also, you got to give a lot of credit to this Team Ontario defense today. With 3:07 left, only allowing 8 points against for Team Manitoba. So defensively, and it all starts with Kellyanne Sterling Godou doing a really good job here for the team in red.
Lined up on the line of scrimmage, wearing number 53 in red. Bad snap, and Morecambe falls on it. So it's a loss of 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 14. It is a new quarterback. It's Morecambe. Or make that. It is. Brooklyn Morecambe just runs it off the line of scrimmage to the right side of the line.
Yeah, guess who?
Picking up 2 before being met by Kellyanne Sterling Godou once again. Defensively, she's been the catalyst for all of Team Ontario Red's success. There's another opportunity for Morecambe, and guess who made the tackle?
You know, we talked about this in the first quarter. We identified that early, that they have to find a solution to really, you know, sometimes you might have to double team to get productive on offense, because she's just been in the backfield the entire game. And sometimes what you want to do is in 6-on-6, you can line up 2 offensive linemen beside the center, or find another way to, maybe you have to double team, because she is just absolutely wreaking havoc on this Manitoba offense today.
Well, as big a component as she has been in this one, wait till Team Ontario Red gets deeper into the tournament. Teams are going to key on 53.
Absolutely.
Minute 13 left in the quarter, and a timeout called.
Well, good point, Dan, you made right there. Because when you look at the tournament from this morning, and you look at the identity of all these clubs that are moving on to the next round, like you think of Team Quebec, you think of that offense, the quarterback, Frederick Morneau. When you think of Alberta, I think of that defense. Absolutely a really good defense here with that 1-3 look that they give the other team. The Team Ontario, I still don't know their identity yet, the Team Ontario Black. And for Team Ontario Red, you can see the identity. They got a little bit of identity on offense with Isabelle Buribe, but on defense, absolutely with Sterling Godou.
Here's Berube setting up, throwing over the middle, into the hands of Tegan Roy, down to the 1. A 22-yard gain. And Tegan Roy now with 98 yards on 5 catches.
Yeah, quite the combination, dynamic duo when you think about quarterback to receiver here, with Isabelle Bidube finding her favorite receiver, Tegan Roy, really having a really good day on the vertical passing game.
They mark her down at the 2. This is where Team Ontario scored from on their last possession. Once again, Bitterby for Thompson, wrapped up immediately. And a great tackle there by Mary Grace Oluwadare.
Great job there by Mary Grace Oluwadare, just breaking through the offensive line and making a beautiful, beautiful tackle right there.
No gain for Maya Thompson. This will be the final play of the third quarter, barring a penalty. Isabel Berube under center once again. Thompson the lone back. Oh, Berube takes it, bootlegs around the corner. She's into the end zone for a touchdown. 30-8, Team Ontario Red leading.
Yeah. And I can hear defensive coordinators everywhere yelling, contain, contain. Because, but when you're dominant on the run game, especially on the 2-yard line, you're concentrating on the power run game, and there's Berube just getting you on the bootleg.
So what does Manitoba, what kind of adjustments do they have to make? Putting the ball in the air is obviously not an option with Pearl Inglis out of the game.
We'll mix up their run game. They're going to have to find something in their run game, either deception.
There's a pass. It's complete to Francesca Fazzari, but she can't get into the end zone for the convert. So 5 major scores for Team Ontario Red, but all of them unconverted.
Yeah, you're down by 22. No matter what, you got to find, and you know what, Dan? The quick game. It doesn't have to be a long passing game. There's nothing wrong with a 2-yard hitch, a bubble screen, something, a swing pass. We saw one team today with really doing a good job. I think it was Team Ontario with the swing pass. You got to find another way to get the ball to your best athletes in space and allow them to make a play. Because at this level, you can break one tackle for a big, long play.
And that's what a lot of coaching staffs in regular football are trying to do. They're trying to get yards after the catch. Little swing pass out to the flat, and you break one tackle, you could pick up 10.
No, absolutely. Yeah, no, you got to give credit again to both defenses really played hard here today, especially Team Red Ontario. Doing a really good job in the offensive line to really allow Isabelle Berube that time to throw, because that when you get pressure, then you're getting the ball out early. But Team Ontario Red offensive line doing a great job today.
Pearl Inglis on the bench with her helmet off, obviously in some difficulty. There's the kick taken by Eden Gates. Gates pushed out of bounds around the 35-yard line, which is where Team Manitoba will scrimmage. First down, 10 yards to go to start this fourth quarter.
Yeah, like we said in the other broadcast, it's getting late early, and for Team Manitoba, just find a way to get a first down and build off these first downs and eventually go lead to points.
Brooklyn Morcom in working as the Team Manitoba quarterback now, setting up in the shotgun. Pearl Inglis on the bench. Here's Morcom taking off the right-hand side, runs into her own offensive lineman. That was Shayla Mohammed, but she picked up 6. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Yeah, nice run there by Brooklyn Morcom, and picking up 6 yards here, leaving a 2nd and 4. And you asked me earlier, Dan, what do you do? It's plays like that. Find other creative ways, and that's what they did. Maybe get the running back into a receiver position. And if that's what you got to do, Wildcat, then you got to go Wildcat.
Four big bodies up front. Morecambe takes it herself and picks up 7 more for a Team Manitoba first down.
Yeah, great job by Brooklyn again, just taking the football and really steamrolling downhill to get the first down.
Shelby Hubert there to make the stop, but a first down nonetheless for Team Manitoba as time ticks down on them, trailing by 22 points. Morecambe again. Another quick run right up the middle for 5 more.
You know, there's an old saying in football, if they can't stop it, keep doing it. And that's what they're doing right now. They're just basically wildcat, depending on the offensive line, because they only got 2 defensive linemen down, so you got 3 offensive linemen. And Brooklyn Morecambe, a DB playing quarterback right now from Vincent Massey Vikings. That's their school in Brandon, Manitoba, doing a really good job here for Team Manitoba.
Eden Gates takes the snap from center. Tries to run around the right side, spins away from one tackle, and then finally brought down just beyond midfield onto the Team Ontario Red side at the 54.
Yeah, moving the chains, that's their objective here. 3rd and 1. Here's an understatement, Dan. This is pretty big.
Yep. Eden Gates in the shotgun. Takes it herself once again. She has the first down into the secondary and a whole bunch more. 17 yards on the carry and a big first down.
Yeah, the product from St. Vital Mustangs in Winnipeg, Aiden Gates, running with authority right there up the middle and doing a great job moving the chains here for Team Manitoba. And with 8:41 left, you know, Dan, if you score one here, you make it 8-14, 30-14 with the 2-point pending. You never know.
Gates again. Team Ontario Red knows this stuff is coming, and a shoestring tackle there to stop Eden Gates. Taryn Coleman there to make the stop after another big gain for Eden Gates.
Well, Team Manitoba found something here. Remember, I was talking earlier, Dan, your bread and butter play. And right now for Team Manitoba, this is their bread and butter in the wildcat position alignment here. And Eden Gates just running, getting a lot of yardage. And Manitoba putting 4 down linemen now. That's why they're getting a lot of pressure up front, opening up holes for Eden Gates.
Ontario calling the timeout.
Good timeout. Actually, good timeout from Team Ontario right there. Knowing the defense getting a little bit gassed right here, call that timeout, get a regroup, talk it over, and find a way to stop this wildcat offense right now that Manitoba implemented in the 4th quarter.
Well, it's just one play. They just keep running it, and you're right. If they aren't stopping it, then just keep throwing it at them.
Yeah, until they stop it.
Seven minutes and 50 seconds remaining in this football game. Ontario leading 30-8, but Team Manitoba has been threatening this perhaps their longest sustained drive of this second half.
Oh, best drive of the game, I would say, and doing it by, with their identity is running the football. And it starts with that offensive line getting a good push in the trenches, allowing Eden Gates or number 3, Brooklyn Morecambe, when she was playing quarterback, to get some yardage.
There's Gates up the middle once again. She's going to score from 18 yards out. Manitoba back within 16 with a convert to come.
Yeah, what a drive. What a great drive by Team Manitoba. Going about, 60 yards on that drive and punching it in. Now they're 2 points away from making it 30-16, and with 7:44 left, a lot of football left to be played here.
And Team Manitoba looks like they're only going for one. Eden Gates under center. Can't get in the end zone. So the convert goes for naught. The lead is 16. 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions from Manitoba, tying this one up.
But the bad news is you got an offense on Team Ontario Red who's pretty good, and Team Manitoba defense going to have to find a way to go 2-and-out here and try to get the ball back as quick as possible.
That touchdown run by Eden Gates puts her over the century mark. 11 carries for 102 yards for the slot back from the St. Vital area, which is kind of a suburb of Winnipeg. Chloe Spencer-Nairn kicks that one, and it's dropped, and Manitoba has it. Brooklyn Markham fell on the loose football as it bounced in and out of the hands of Maya Bonner.
Great call by Team Manitoba. I didn't see that coming, to be honest, and must have seen something and called for the short kick, and great, you know what? If you want to get back in the football game, that's how you do it, with a short kickoff like that. An onside.
Team Ontario Red back on defense. Their defense has to be tired at this point. There's Morecambe. Takes it around the right side, drives forward for a pickup of 5 as there's some heat lightning off in the distance here in the nation's capital.
Yeah, I saw that. And what I liked about that run from Morecambe right there is that she saw the blitz was coming to the inside, and she took the direction to go outside and got some good yardage.
Morecambe in at quarterback once again. Again, just trying to move forward. Runs into Kellyanne Sterling-Godou once again, who makes the stop after Morecambe picked up just 1 yard on the play. Third down, and looks like Team Manitoba might do exactly the same thing here and just run it right down the throats of Team Ontario Red.
Well, that's it's been their bread and butter here in the fourth quarter. We'll see if they stick to it.
Eden Gates now waits for the hole to open up. Gates takes off. She's going to score. Eden Gates from 46 yards out, and Manitoba gets to within 10.
You know, Dad, what was really impressive with that run was the patience of the delay to take the ball and go up the middle, because she got the ball from the center. She waited 1 second, wait for the holes to develop, and then she just hit the hole. You see that right there, and then boom. Just beautiful run there by Eden Gates to get the touchdown. What a great run by Team Manitoba.
Now they're only going for the single point.
Yeah, they got to really think. Well, they got 6 minutes left.
And a bad snap. Gates has it, trying to get to the outside, forced out of bounds, and taken down by Sterling-Godou.
Yeah, obviously the coaching staff for Team Manitoba must feel there's something wrong with their kicking game, because they would have went for it knowing the situation at hand here. So, but
there's Eden Gates.
What a great run, and what a really impressive with that run. And did she give a peace sign there at the end? Real, that's awesome. Hey, she gave like a little peace sign there to the official.
A 46-yard touchdown ramble. Now, Eden Gates 12 carries for 148.
Wow. And 6:08 left. A lot of football to be played here, especially with 3-down football. You go 2 and out, you get the ball back.
It's 2 major scores, though.
But you know what? I think you're onto something, Dan. I think the defense for Team Ontario Red is feeling a bit gas right now.
And there's another opportunity for Manitoba, and they've got it. Morecambe falls on it at midfield, and they get it back again.
Wow. You know what? You got to credit Team Manitoba here fighting to get back into this football game. And what a great call by the coaching staff to really do it again.
But it's mistakes by Team Ontario Red are allowing Manitoba to get back into this one. There's a snap. Morecambe moves to the right, and a legal procedure against Manitoba will move the football back. It'll be 1st and 15.
Yeah, just had movement there. And now it's going to force Team Manitoba in the, like you said, Dan, a 1st and 15 situation. But you know what? This running game that they've developed with the Wildcat, and what they're doing is they're putting 4 offensive linemen on the line of scrimmage, and that the delay of hitting the hole has really been something they've found here.
Brooklyn Morecambe takes the snap, heads up the left side, and met after a pickup of 5 yards by Callista Andrews. And
you know
the
what?
pickup is 6.
You know what they're doing very effective, Dan? They're running away from number 53 of Team Ontario Red. Every run has been either to the right side or the middle right, staying away from the left side of number 53, Kellyanne Sterling-Godou, who's been really having a great game.
Morecambe in the quarterback position again, forced left, cuts back upfield, and Sterling-Godou makes the stop after a pickup of 4. It'll be 3rd down and a long 6.
So what you're seeing they're doing now, Team Manitoba, is they're double teaming Sterling-Godou. This way, you know, if she's going to have to get in the backfield, she's going to have to be 2 opponents that are on her.
Eden Gates, the lone setback. Brooklyn Morecambe, and a flag flies. And Morecambe goes to the outside on the left side.
Mask.
Where is she going to be marked out of bounds?
That late one's a face mask. The late official got the face mask there. Take care.
So we'll have to await the call from referee Marc Lachance. Offside against Team Ontario Red. And then a face masking call against Team Ontario Red. There's a 1st down, and they're going to move the sticks 20 yards.
Yeah. Positive results here for Team Manitoba for sure. 4:14 left in the game.
1st down at the Team Ontario 30-yard line. It should be at the 25. If they tacked on both penalties, the 5-yard offside and the 15-yard face masking call.
I thought normally they decline 1. So they declined the first offside, and then you accept the face mask.
So the 30-yard line is correct. Officials want to make sure they confer. 4 minutes, 14 seconds left to go in what has been a very entertaining 4th ball game of the day.
Oh, absolutely. And you called it right from the get-go with these 2 balanced teams and if you look at the results from last year they played, in a 13-12 victory for Team Ontario, it's right back to that same situation.
Gates takes the snap, goes to the left side, and is forced out of bounds after a pickup of maybe 2. Gates. Flags fly, and they get her in the backfield. Sterling Gadoo. Kellyanne Sterling Gadoo getting into the backfield and making
offside.
sure that Eden Gates pays for it, but it's offside. Appears to be offside against Ontario. It'll be second down, 3 yards to go. Gates calls her own number, gets very close to first down yardage.
Yeah, should be close on that one. It's going to set up in 3rd and inches.
It'll be more than inches. It'll be like a yard on 3rd down. And you know exactly what's coming.
Yeah.
Sterling Gadoo lined up on the left side. Gates tries to go that route, and guess who stops her? Kellyanne Sterling Gadoo. What a football game that she has played.
Yeah, bad decision there by Gates. Probably the only bad decision she did here in the 4th quarter. Knowing the defense was spread out and the middle was wide open, and she elected to go to the outside. And she went to the wrong side because number 53 was there. You're not gonna beat her on the outside. And she's even double teamed. Did you see that?
Yep.
Number 53, Kellyanne Sterling Gadoo, double team of that play, shed her block, got to the outside, stopped the ball carrier, and now first down for Team Ontario Red with 3 minutes left to go in the game.
And in at quarterback now, Marie Sartorio from Louis Riel Secondary School here in Ottawa. There's the pass, and it's complete to number 16. Or make that 18, Leanna Langino.
Yeah,
Jessica Knight.
Yeah, the skill level to be able to make that throw on the run, and Jessica Knight running down on a horizontal pattern, absolutely phenomenal display of skill right there.
Marie Sartorio taking over at quarterback from Isabel Birubi, and on her first play throws a strike to Jessica Knight, and here's the give to number 6, Oceane Lalonde. She's got it in the secondary. She is going to score. 99. 20.
Oh, coming back, holding.
99 yards on the ramble, but it's coming back as a result of a holding call in the Team Ontario Red backfield.
That's unfortunate for Team Ontario, but good if you're Team Manitoba. And what a great run. Also, I believe that's
79 yards on the carry, and it's coming back.
I think that was the quarterback, Mary Sartorio, giving the escort. Hey, giving the handoff and then giving the escort. Good wheels right there to secure the touchdown, but unfortunately called back.
So they'll move it back 10. It'll be scrimmaged at the 22. First and 20 for Team Ontario Red, 2:08 left in this one. They lead it by 10. Sartorio, the give to Langino. Langino moves forward. There to make the stop, Cassidy McPherson for Team Manitoba.
Yeah, no, great job on defense to really, after a big, long touchdown that was called back, to be able to stop that and force a second and about 17. Good job here from Team Manitoba defense.
Time ticking down. You know, Team Ontario Red wants to get a first down to eat up more time on the clock. Otherwise, they're going to kick it away. Sartorio puts that one up, and Tegan Roy couldn't bring it down, but Sartorio throwing into double coverage, too.
Yeah, and you know what? It was underthrown, which is good because the receiver had inside leverage, and she was the only one who could really catch that ball. Really nice throw. Unfortunately, it was just dropped.
Leanna Langino getting set to kick this away. You know Team Manitoba's coming. They want the block. Langino gets the block. Look, takes off. Comes right back to her. Langino around the corner. And she's brought down with 1:20 left to go. Team Manitoba still in this one. Great field position, and what a defensive stand.
Absolutely. Hey, with 1:20 left in the game, giving life here to Team Manitoba. And again, they found something in the fourth quarter with the Wildcat, and now we'll see if they're going to call upon the number 22, Eden Gates, to continue doing the Wildcat, or we might see Brooklyn McCombe at quarterback.
Brooklyn Morecambe is in the game at quarterback. Also, linebacker Cassidy McPherson, wearing number 5, is out there in the backfield for Team Manitoba as well. Morecambe takes off right up the middle. Runs in to Shelby Hubert once again.
Yeah, time is the essence now. If you're Team Manitoba, try to preserve as much clock on the board to make sure that you set yourself up in a position to score and then get the ball back on an onside.
Well, they've been successful twice with the onside kickoff. Here in this second half, Morecambe once again. Flag at the line of scrimmage, so it may be coming back.
Late flag as well. Had a late flag.
And a late flag as well. So the officials there to make the call. Was it offside on Ontario? And a horse collar tackle. Looks like it's going against Manitoba. Illegal procedure against Manitoba.
Roughing.
And objectionable conduct against Team Ontario. So the ball is on the 10-yard line. It's first down, goal to go for Team Manitoba with 58 ticks of the clock remaining.
Yeah, if you're Team Manitoba, you really got to get in the end zone quickly here. So this way you can preserve some time for if you recover that onside kick.
There's Morecambe once again trying to get around the left side and met immediately. Callista Andrews there to drop Brooklyn Morecambe for a loss of 2 yards. It's second and goal from the Team Ontario 12, and Team Manitoba calls a timeout with 54 seconds remaining.
Yeah, good timeout here to preserve a bit of time on the clock. And what a defensive play there by number 9, Callista Andrews, to really you see that on the outside, just to get that that tackle, and now it's going to force Team Manitoba to call that timeout, which was a good timeout. And we'll see what they have in store here for the next play.
Well, they certainly had a modicum of success here in the fourth quarter, scoring 2 majors, effectively only employing a quarterback run since Pearl Inglis was taken out of the game with an injury.
Yeah, and good on Team Manitoba to be able to have that depth at the quarterback position to, unfortunately, when Pearl Inglis went down, to come in and do a good job to really rally the team back and be competitive to probably win the game.
There's Brooklyn Morcom now getting instructions from the coaching staff. Head coach Alexis St. Jean. On second down, goal to go from the 12. It's Gates trying to get around the left side. Eden Gates is into the end zone for the touchdown.
Wow.
30-26, 48 seconds left.
What a game, number 22 for Team Manitoba. Eden Gates is having here today, scoring the touchdown. And for Team Manitoba, unfortunately for them, they found the bread and butter play late in the third, early in the fourth quarter, because that's where they did all their damage in the Wildcat position.
So 48 seconds remaining. Here's Gates trying to convert it. Can't get in the end zone. They mark her down at the 1. She's not in. So it's a 4-point ball game with 48 seconds left to go.
Wow. Hey, all credit to Team Manitoba for never quitting during this football game. And they persevered, and they just punched and punched and punched. And now they've given themselves a situation to recover the onside kick. And who knows what can happen after that.
Do not think that head coach Mark Ouellette is not stressing to his players on the sidelines. Hang on to the football.
Hang on to the football, absolutely 100%. And now special teams is going to play a special moment here late in the game between Team Manitoba and Team Ontario Red.
Here's the ball game right now. Chloe Spencer-Nairn gets set to kick it off, a little squib, and Team Ontario Red has it. They did the smart thing, just fall on the football, and that's Francesca Fazzari with 48 seconds left to go. Might be enough to run it out.
Well, good job there by Francesca Fazzari to really secure that football and maybe in the end secure the win for Team Ontario Red. But you know what? If you're Team Ontario Red, you really give them the blueprint to other teams in the tournament to know what it takes to beat them on defense.
Sartorio hands off to number 6, Oceane Lalonde. She gets to the sideline and is forced out of bounds at the 50-yard line. The Team Manitoba 50-yard line. And the clock stops. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Now, I'm not sure if Team Manitoba has any timeouts left to stop the clock here. But there is a stoppage of play.
Yeah, just stepped out of bounds.
Okay, oh, really? So there's your free timeout.
And Manitoba elects to confer, utilizing one of their timeouts.
Yeah, you know what? That is a big mistake here from Team Ontario to go out of bounds, stopping the clock.
I don't think Oceane Lalonde had much of a choice after running out of room. So, Team Ontario, Marie Sartorio at quarterback now in relief of Isabel Berube, and wondering about her status.
Yeah, for Wednesday. because we still have a lot of football left to be played in this tournament. We're at TD Place in Ottawa U on Wednesday for the semifinals, and then we're right back here at Carleton next week for the championship games.
There's Sartorio, quick hit, and immediately wrapped up, but the clock will continue to run as soon as play is blown in. And that'll be third down for Team Ontario. They're going to try and put Team Manitoba as deep as they possibly can as number 16, Jessica Knight, gets set to kick out away. Knight with a good high kick. And it takes a Team Ontario red bounce and goes out of bounds at the 10-yard line.
The good old Argo bounce right there for sure.
Make that Leanna Langino with the kick, and what a kick it was. And providing just 25 seconds left on the clock for Team Manitoba. And judging by the way they've been running the football in this fourth quarter, that might just be enough time.
Well, they got 99 yards to go get that much-needed touchdown with 25 seconds left in the game.
99 yards, 25 seconds. And Team Ontario Red a little late getting to the party. Ball is in the end zone, and they get it out, loose ball. Team Ontario falls on it, it's a safety. So it's 32-26 with 20 seconds left to go. They tried to catch Team Ontario Red napping. They weren't even on the field, and play was blown in.
Yeah, and unfortunately for the something we've been talking about the whole broadcast, the snap unfortunately has been really good in the fourth quarter, but in this situation here, the ball went over the quarterback's head and gave up the safety.
It's still a 6-point advantage, and Team Ontario Red will get the football back.
And all they have to do now is really take a knee.
Yep. Run it out. And Team Ontario Red is going to walk away with a victory. They defeated Manitoba last year, 13-12, and they break Manitoba's heart again in 2023 with a 6-point win.
Yeah. No, you got to really credit both these teams for giving the fans here and the viewing audience a really great football game here today at Tag Park, Keith Harris Stadium. And job well done by both coach and staff getting these girls prepared to play for this one here today.
Sartorio takes a knee. And now they'll run this one down. This should be the final play of the ball game. And Team Ontario Red is going to get the win, 32-26. And what a football game it's been, folks, from the nation's capital at the 2023 U18 Women's National Football Championships. The celebration.
Yeah.
And a 6-point win by Team Ontario Red. They hung on as Manitoba came back and scored 3 majors in the fourth quarter to make it close.
Yeah, you know what? Team Manitoba really found something late. And it was just unfortunate that they found that run game late with the Wildcat. But like I said earlier, it gave the blueprint on really how to beat this Team Ontario Red defense. But you got to give credit to Team Ontario Red. The passing game, the balance that they displayed today on offense, and this is why you play full 60 minutes, or in this case, 48 minutes. Full credit to both these teams, but Team Ontario Red now advances against Team Alberta on Wednesday.
Players of the game, you got to think for Team Ontario, without question, a defensive standout. Callahan, Sterling Gadoo was the MVP for Team Ontario Red, and Eden Gates 15 carries, 161 yards, and 3 touchdowns for Team Manitoba.
Absolutely, 100% agree. Great defensive play here by Team Ontario Red in the earlier part of the first 3 quarters. Eden Gates really getting the ball from the quarterback was not her thing, but getting it in a Wildcat, she really displayed her talents and her awareness on how to pick the holes. Really did a great job here today.
More great football from these U18 Women's National Championships later in the week on Wednesday from TD Place, and then we're back here next Saturday for the bronze medal and the gold medal games. We have been treated to some great football as Team Ontario Red walks away with a 6-point win over Team Manitoba 32-26. For Coach Ron Raymond and our entire crew here at Tag Park and Keith Harris Stadium on the campus of Carleton University, I'm Dan Mooney. Thank you so much for the company. We'll see you Wednesday from the 2023 U18 Women's National Football Championships.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a moment to congratulate both of these teams on their outstanding performance and great game.